Welcome to the Grit Daily Startup. I'm your host, Sebastian Rusk, and this is a podcast about what goes on behind the scenes at startups. The good, the bad, and the gritty. Let's dive in. Colin Fitzpatrick, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much for having me.
Hey, it's great to have you here. I'm excited for our conversation. I was doing some due diligence before our conversation, as I always do, and you guys are up to some fun things with AnimalConcerts, and I can't wait to dig into all that. But before we do, let's help our listeners better understand a little bit about you and your backstory and what really brought you to present day.
Sure, absolutely happy to. So my name is Colin Fitzpatrick. I'm one of the founders and the CEO of AnimalConcerts. I'm Irish and from Dublin, but I've been living in Dubai for the last 3 years. My background is in tech. I've spent 20 years in big tech companies like Oracle, Salesforce, Dell, HubSpot, across management roles around marketing, sales, things like that. Been a huge crypto advocate since kind of early 2017 as a personal investor and always wanted to be part of the space. And yeah, super excited that I can bring AnimalConcerts to the world. It's going really, really well now, and we're just a month away from launch. I suppose my other background is, although I wouldn't call myself a musician, I've been a DJ for many years, used to do club nights, festivals, all that sort of stuff. And some other people in my team have very significant music backgrounds as well. And yeah, we came together, loved the world of NFTs, saw what was happening in the move to streaming and Metaverse, and Animal is what we came up with.
I love this. I would have not expected a better backstory for a brand called AnimalConcerts by any stretch of the imagination. You're Irish. You used to be a DJ. You got a music background, and then here we are with Web3 and the Metaverse. So, let's dig into this. Where did this entire concept happen and become a reality?
I suppose, myself and my co-founders, we've been friends for a fair amount of time. I kind of got them into crypto in early 2017. Very smart people, knew they would do well, and they did super well. They did very, very well in the early days. We essentially just did a brainstorm, and I was living in Ireland at the time. This is a few years ago, and I always wanted to work in crypto, but there was no crypto companies. Came out to Dubai. There's a really big scene here, and the fact that everything is now global and Zoom based, we thought, hey, let's see what we can come up with. And ultimately, we saw NFTs really taking off, and not just the crypto kitties and the Bored Apes, but NFTs has so much to give to the music industry. There's not just us, there's some awesome people doing some amazing things to really democratize music and give power back to the artists. Obviously, with the seismic changes that have gone in the music industry, like the Napster thing and the streaming and Spotify and artists not controlling their own destiny, there's massive opportunity here. And what we wanted to see is if we can, COVID aside, there's still huge, massive opportunities for taking concerts into the metaverse, democratizing concerts so that everyone around the world can be part of it, not just the lucky few who your favorite band is coming to a city near you and you're lucky enough to get one of the very few tickets available. Then you've got things like the metaverse happening. You've got people like Travis Scott, like Lil Nas X and Ariana Grande doing massive concerts in the metaverse, where Ariana Grande had 78 million people attend. And even though it was a free concert, she sold digital collectibles and wearables and made $50 million.
Wow.
So if you think about how early we are right now and how big this space is going to be in the future, we wanted to be part of that. And we put together Animal to essentially give a service to the artists themselves to handhold them through the process of how do they navigate into this incredible world of the metaverse and do NFTs in the right way. And that's what we're doing.
So this is a gateway for existing successful musicians to be able to enter into this space where they're like, hey, this is foreign to us because we've never done anything like this before because it hasn't been around, but we want to do it. So you guys are the ones that have the opportunity to usher them into, dare I say, usher them into the metaverse, but bring them into this space and allow them to facilitate what they would already be doing, and they already have been doing through traditional concerts, but now done in a digital format. Is that what I'm understanding?
Yeah, exactly. And I suppose, look, people in the music industry, they're not tech people. So it's quite a daunting task to go, what is this metaverse and NFT thing? And okay, I know I want to do it. And let me tell you, everyone we're talking to in the music industry, they're being bombarded by it. But they don't know how, and they want someone to hold their hand. So that's what we do. But at the end of the day, they're still savvy business people, and they see the opportunities. So they want to, I think one of the things that we're doing is we're giving the opportunity for these artists to create a new revenue channel. And that hasn't happened in a long time. Now, because of COVID, they haven't been touring, so they've been, down on the revenues. But honestly, it's less about the money for them, and it's more about the opportunity to connect with their fans in new and interesting ways, and connect with new fans in new places like the metaverse, and generally stay relevant, which is the most important thing for them. So you've had, the likes of Ariana Grande do it, and she's obviously a superstar, but she still saw a massive uptick in her Spotify numbers. And then you got Snoop Dogg, who's, building a palace inside Sandbox and, charging people large amounts of money to be able to hang out there. So there's so many new and amazing opportunities that, there's a few people in the space doing similar-ish things, but no one doing exactly what we're doing.
I love that. I'm excited to see where this is. I can't wait to attend. I'm a big concert fan, and over the past couple of years, it's that process has been disrupted for all of us. So
yeah, exactly.
Talk about impeccable timing that the metaverse shows up and provides this type of technology. We had a hunch, especially if you were in the digital space in some capacity, that this had to be coming on here. So walk me through this process. I want to attend a concert for. I want to see I want to see John Mayer in concert.
Yeah.
And John decides that he's going to be doing a metaverse concert. How do I buy a ticket? How do I attend? Do I put my Oculus goggles on? Walk me through the process of what that all looks like.
Okay, sure. So we're building an app at the moment that's going to make it super easy. I call it granny proof to attend a concert. So even if you don't know what crypto is, you can go on, you can pick your concert, you can put in your credit card details, and you can watch it on your phone. You can beam it to your TV. And in certain circumstances, yes, we will video these concerts in 3D with 360-degree cameras. And then you can have this completely immersive experience where you can feel like you're dancing on stage with John Mayer. Now, we're not trying to replace concerts. It's always going to be more fun to probably go to one, but the opportunities are limited for so many. But John Mayer he could sell out a massive 80,000 stadium, but we can potentially get 1 million people on an online concert, or all around the world, or more than that. So the opportunities are massive, but it's also about the ability for him to connect with his fans in interesting ways. So our token enables the fans to actually interact and vote on simple things like, what songs does he play, in what order, what do they wear, all this sort of stuff. And this is going on at the moment, especially in the metaverse. Kids are spending more time hanging out with their friends in game than in real life. And they're more excited about showing off the sneakers that they have on their avatar than the Nikes that their dad bought them last week. And this is a crazy concept for anyone my age and older to kind of get their head around, but this is the way it's going. I think kids today have a very acute value for digital assets. They almost don't even distinguish between real things and digital ones. And again, we want to be part of that.
So I'm seeing on the website here, Alicia Keys, Future, Busta Rhymes. Are these physical concerts that are being recorded and allowing other people to virtually attend, or are these just concerts specifically designed for virtual attendees?
So those ones, the Alicia Keys and the Future, it's like Future was a physical concert in Miami in an amazing hotel called the Fontainebleau. We recorded it in 3D, and we're going to be hopefully doing a metaverse stream that we're designing concert venues that'll be like a 360-degree screen, etc. They were physical concerts, but in the future, we can absolutely work with an artist, and we could do a number of things. We can take their audio stream and put them in a green screen room and turn them into an avatar, or we can get it animated, or there's a number of different ways we can do it. So it just depends on what the artist wants to do themselves and what the setup is.
I love it. Yeah, very familiar with the Fontainebleau. I'm actually here in Miami. So
oh, cool.
It looked like Miami-esque when I looked at the picture there. I was like, that looks like Art Basel 2021, which was
that's exactly it.
And what dare I say, NFT Basel.
Yeah.
Well, this is exciting to say the least. So you guys have not launched yet, or you already have done some concerts, or What's next?
Well, we did the concerts essentially to prove that we have the connections in the music industry, because it's easy to have a fancy website and a white paper and have aspirations for booking these people, but not everyone can do that. We have people on the team who've got 20 years experience in the music industry, booking major events, putting on doing event management for things like the Oscars, the Grammys, the Emmys, the New York Times Square New Year's Eve parties, and the Super Bowl after parties, which we're actually booked in to do a huge concert in, this weekend. I'm flying from Dubai to LA in 2 days, and we're hosting a massive concert with Diplo, Meek Mills, a couple of other people as well. So it's going to be massive.
This is awesome. Yeah, Super Bowl weekend, the Metaverse. I mean, what an exciting time to be alive. So, so you're saying that this entire technology is going to be, I love that, granny proof, which means anybody can take advantage of being able to, if you can open up an app and you can buy something online, you can attend a virtual concert. Yeah.
We want to be the Netflix of streaming concerts, I suppose. You could look at it that way, just to make it super easy. We want to book. I mean, we've got Alicia Keys, who's one of the biggest female artists of all time, 15 Grammy Award winning. We're doing an NFT drop with her really soon. But we've got, I can't tell you who, but we got some serious names that we're very close to booking. It takes a long time with these guys because obviously there's a lot of elements to it. But we want to book about 20 or more in this year, and then have a large stream of concerts available to people on our app to come in and purchase a ticket and attend, and then have the opportunity to buy some digital collectibles as well.
We'll talk about an experience, right? I was just about to ask you, because when you had answered the question a couple of minutes ago regarding the team that you guys have structured, I'm like, first of all, you don't just pick up the phone and call Alicia Keys and be like, hey, you want to do a concert in the Metaverse? You don't even call somebody. I mean, there's layers upon layers upon layers of her team there. And the only way to be able to work through and navigate through all that is obviously existing relationships that are helping you to make this a reality on here. It's funny how the idea of building relationships to build a business and a brand and to make money and to have a problem, relationships have been around since the beginning of time, but I love how there's still a very human, a very in-person or in Zoom type of requirement in order to facilitate some sort of platform like this. There's got to be one human being talking to another human being based on an existing relationship in order to make something a reality here. Now, and that's exciting to me, because when I think the Metaverse, sometimes I think of, I don't know, do we need to be more connected? Do we need to be further away from actual human beings? I don't know, but I think that, being able to marry the two together is just absolutely brilliant. I'm excited to see how it all unfolds. Now, are you guys only going to focus on music specifically, or is there going to be other entertainment genres that you may focus on?
Yeah, good question. I mean, we're AnimalConcerts, but the umbrella is Animal Entertainment. We definitely will be exploring, and we already have conversations going on around sports, around film, around comedy. Really, anything to do. We want to be the entertainment company for online in the Metaverse. So huge potential there, I think, but it's just important to focus on what our key goal is right now, which is concerts. Become successful on that and branch out from there is the plan.
I think comedy would be fun. I'm an aspiring stand-up comic myself, so I'm a fan of comedy on here. But I had a conversation with a platform that was creating NFTs for comedians, and I thought that was interesting. It was still all new to me, but the ability for up and coming comedians that would eventually lead to major headlining comedians creating their own NFTs and people being able to own specific jokes or bits of that. So I think,
well, there you go.
Yeah, I think there's that's definitely going to be a thing for sure. Well, I am excited to attend an animal concert. I can't wait. So is there a calendar yet of upcoming events and what's to come?
There will be soon once our app is out. I mean, I think just like a normal concert, you need some lead time to be able to, we could do a concert next month, no problem. But if you want to sell a decent amount of tickets and get the right amount of marketing, PR, and exposure, you need some time. And we do get the help. I mean, the artists themselves are contracted in to promote us. Like Alicia Keys promotes us on her Twitter and stuff like that and Instagram. And if we, anyone in the top 10, they have like 100 million plus. And we've got a couple of conversations going on with top 10 people, of which, if they're tweeting out and Instagramming about us, we'll get some pretty significant worldwide coverage, which is great. But kind of summer, later in the year is when most of these will be ready to go.
I love this. This is exciting stuff. If you're listening to this and you're not excited, you may want to check your pulse. AnimalConcerts.com, their link and information, be able to connect with them on Twitter and Instagram. Make sure you stay connected with them for updates when they launch. You're going to want to attend a concert in the metaverse. I guarantee it. Colin, I appreciate your time. I really enjoyed our conversation. I learned a ton. I'm excited to find out what's to come with Animal Concerts, and hopefully I'll see you at an in-person concert in here in Miami sometime.
Absolutely. I was in Miami only a couple of months ago, and I've no doubt I'll be back. So let's catch up.
Let's definitely do it. Thanks again, Colin.
Thanks a lot.
Until next time, friends. Thanks so much for tuning into this episode of Grit Daily Startup. If you haven't done so already, make sure you're subscribed to the show wherever you consume podcasts. This way you'll get updates as new episodes become available. This podcast is brought to you by gritdaily.com, the premier startup news hub. More information at gritdaily.com. Once again, I'm your host, Sebastian Rusk. Until next time, friends.